All right, traders. Today is January 22nd, 2024. My name is John Kerrigan. We're going to do the BYOB Market Wrap Up. I moderate the BYOB trading room. Let's take a peek at what's going on in the markets. Okay, so here we have SPY on a daily chart, putting in a spike of the backside of the uptrend line right here. So SPY spiked that. That's a 6-year uptrend line that goes all the way back to 2018. And you can see it right there. Even a little bit further than that. So there's the SPY uptrend line. So we spiked the backside of that for today. And we got a higher low and a higher high. I got to tell you, I think we're coming back down here to test the bottom side of this channel. If not, maybe even a little bit lower. We'll see what happens. But in the market today, it's coming in hard now. Okay, so in the market today, we had a gap up. And the bulls held the gap all day long. The bears could not close the gap. But let me just say this. The bulls could not retest the prior high or the high made earlier in the day. Just a bull flag over to the right. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. So there's SPY. QQQ, I'm going to say it did the same thing. QQQ pulled back and they actually did fill the gap there. Let me see if they got it. We closed on Friday, 421.24, and the low 421.23. So Q's filled the gap. You look at the daily candle, and we got the same thing: higher low, higher high. So QQQ put in new all-time high. SPY put in a new all-time high. FNGU put in higher low, higher high, a higher yearly high, actually 2-year high, because this was last year's high, so we got a new 2-year high. And let's see if we can go back. Let's see if we got a new 3-year high. Nope, not quite. Not quite a 3-year high. We've got a new 2-year high. That's about it. Actually, 1-year high. Right there, because 2022 we were up here and we're not quite there yet. So there's a new 1-year high. So FNGU, higher low, higher high. Let's take a look at the technicals before we go to the other two. All right, so you can see in the technicals we had a nice perfect J hook right there on the 15-minute chart. You can see we've got a higher low. So we got the higher high, and we jumped up into the buy zone, put in another higher low, and jumped up into the overbought zone right there. So then we came back down to the buy zone, and we're back in the overbought zone one more time. So there's T21.22, T21.23 up. Put in two candles, 2 red candles. The rest of them remain green for the rest of the day. So gap up, pull back, probably to VWAP, and then back up to test the highs up there on T21.23. 3-bar chart. Not quite turning the trend indicator green yet, but we have closed in on the trend indicator with the price action right there. FNGU. FNGU gapped up and then just melted all day. Didn't melt to do the gap fill, but they just kind of melted over to the right all day long. Green, couple of red candles there, couple of red candles at the end. That's it. For the most part, FNGU was bullish all day, refusing to fill the gap. So there's FNGU. Looks like a pullback. Kind of got trapped under VWAP right there. It's not a good sign, but it happens. So let's go back and look at IWM. So here's IWM on the daily candle, higher low, higher high. causing the 3/8 cross here on the daily chart, closing up over the bullish 3/8 cross and closing up over trend indicator there. So IWM looking good, nice and bullish right there. Diamond Dow, higher low, higher high, closing up over the bullish 3/8 trap and up over trend indicator. So Diamond Dow digs out a new all-time high as well. So Diamond Dow digs out a new all-time high. SPY, QQQ, FNGU, new yearly high. And IWM is bouncing off of minor support over here. That's what we got. So now let's take a look at USO. USO puts in higher low, higher high, closing over the 3/8 trap, over the trend indicator, over the downtrend line, starting a new uptrend. It looks like it is. Got to break this high first. But rising up over these peaks right here is a good sign. UNG downtrend. Not quite yet. As soon as it breaks this low right here, that would be the major support right there. And you can see we did not break the lows, but we are well into minor support. So we're looking for a bounce here. We'll see what happens with UNG. And UNG closing lower high, lower low, closing under the bearish 3/8 trap, underneath the trend indicator. No uptrend line to report yet because we've got nothing to connect it to. So there's UNG. Let's look at silver. Silver in a downtrend below the 3/8 trap, closing got a lower high and a lower low, and closing underneath the 3/8 trap, underneath the trend indicator, underneath the downtrend line. GLD. GLD lower high, lower low, closing underneath the 3/8 trap, underneath trend indicator, still in an uptrend, has not broken this low. And for the economic data, hey, let's go take a look at, you know what? Let's take a look at SMH. So here's SMH, putting in a higher low and a higher high. That's a new all-time high up there. So SMH closing over the 3/8 trap, over the trend indicator, at a new all-time high. IYT, that's our transports, higher low, higher high. And still got to take out this high up here, over here. So got a higher low right there. And you can see we are back in uptrend, closing over the bullish 3/8 trap, over the trend indicator. So higher low, higher high. Nice work for IYT. Back up there to challenge the prior highs. All-time highs are, well, they're way up here at 281. So got a lot of work to do there. But you have a move up, a consolidation, a bullish consolidation to the right, and now we're back up here. So after bouncing off minor support, we could see this dig out new all-time high, new yearly highs right there on IYT. XLF, nice work on XLF. All right, so XLF, higher low, higher high, closing over the 3/8 trap, over the trend indicator, and over the uptrend, and digging out new yearly highs and new 2-year highs right there. So no yearly high, new, is that a 2-year high? Not quite, but a new yearly high and a new 12-month high right there on XLF. All right, so this week, what do we have? Dollar pulls back, still in this wedge formation down here, still stuck underneath the flat 200. It was red earlier today, and they changed the body of it back to green. So you can see here's price action just consolidating in a bull flag. That's a bull flag consolidation underneath the flat 200. Looking for probably another 9-day consolidation and a breakout to the north. We'll see what happens. So there is the US dollar index. This is July low. It's the October high. is the November failure to make a new high, and then we came tumbling down to the flat 200 and the major support right through here. And on economic calendar, light week. Tomorrow, not much happening. Today, nothing happened. Wednesday, petroleum, PMI composite at 945. Main event is Thursday, GDP at 8:30. After that, no Fed speakers. So that's the main event, GDP at 8:30 on Thursday. And on the earnings, we got on Wednesday evening some big boys report. Tesla, it's about 675 billion. They're going to report on Wednesday evening. ASML, that is about 300 billion. They're going to report in the morning. Abbott Labs, 200 billion. Going to report on Wednesday morning. SAP, 200 billion. Report Wednesday morning. ServiceNow, 152 billion. They're going to report Wednesday evening. And IBM, 152 billion. They're going to report. That's AI stock right there. They're going to report Wednesday evening. On Tuesday, what do we got? Johnson & Johnson and Procter & Gamble. So we got about 700 billion going to report right there on Tuesday morning. Netflix, 200 billion. They're going to report Tuesday evening. All right. Verizon also Tuesday evening. Texas Instruments, Tuesday evening. Verizon's going to report in the morning, about 165 billion. So we'll see what happens. Earnings season is kicking off, and we got some big ones going to report this week. A lot of market cap going to report here and here. So we'll see what happens. For Friday, kind of a light day. Thursday, Visa's going to report $500 billion right there on Thursday evening. So that's it, traders. I will see you all 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Everybody have a wonderful evening. The market never got going today, excuse me. I did buy, what did I buy? I bought, let's get my platform up here. Okay, what did I buy? I bought 2 Celsius puts right there, and I bought that because, let me show you. All right, so we had this igniting candle down, pull back to resistance because we broke through support, pull back to the resistance, and I'm looking for an MMRP to play out to the downside. So there's Celsius Holdings. I bought puts on that. Still holding 7 shares of gold. Still holding 45 shares of silver, SLV. I picked up 100 shares of Sirius XM satellite right there. We have an uptrend on that. I see some accumulation happening. And I put on some bear call credit spreads. I put on 2 that expire tomorrow, 1 that expires Wednesday, 1 that expires Thursday. And I've got 2 that expire in 7 days right there. And I plan to roll those down, those ones that expire in 7 days. All right. And then I've got 34 puts. All right. That I've sold 25 puts against them right there. So I'm looking for price action to kind of gap down tomorrow. We'll see what happens. But that will not be good for my 25 puts. I've also got 2 other puts that should work out well for them. We'll see what happens. All right, traders, see you on Tuesday morning, 8 o'clock. All right, everybody have a wonderful evening. Thank you.